Okay, so this recording is going to be all about lip syncing and how we lip sync using Animate. So first of all, make sure you've got your asset ready. So you've got your lip sync ready. So you've got, for example, that ready. I've just got it on Word. I've got it ready there. I just you create your own, obviously. I've just taken off the backgrounds. Here you can see just taken off the backgrounds of all different ones using just Word. That was the easiest way to kind of do it. So I've taken them off there, and I've now got transparent images ready for use. So then once you've done that, in Animate, start a new file, new, pick your canvas, wherever it might be. I'm just going to pick standard. I'm going to create that, and it will give me a blank template here. Okay, so first of all, you've got a blank template. What you need to do is copy and paste all your different mouthpieces from wherever they might be. They might be on Paint, okay, they might be on Word, they might be on Photoshop, wherever they are. All you need to do is copy and paste them. Now, Word doesn't let you copy and paste them all together for some reason. So I'm just going to copy and paste them individually. I was going to paste them all in to start off with, and then I will show you what happens next. Just quickly going to paste them all in. Okay, so I've pasted them all in. I'm just going to resize them and make them presentable so you can see all of them. I'm just going to put them in. Doesn't matter what order they're in at the moment. We're just going to use these in a minute. Just make sure they're similar size. You can basically just make them all the same size just by clicking on there, looking at the size here, 232 by 166. And when you move it, you can change the size individually here. So 236, and I think it was 166 approximately. And there, if you can all change them also to the same size. You can just drag them and change them one by one. 236 by 167. That's not too far off, so we'll leave that. And this one, 236 by 166. And obviously you can make them whatever size you want. I'm just making them all just one size, the standard. You can make them whatever size you want to suit your character, which you might be using later. So if you've already got an idea of who your character is or what it is, then make it appropriate to that character. For now, all I'm going to show you is how to just lip sync, and that's it. We can move on to characters and stuff after. 236 to 166, and the last one. Okay, so you've got these characters. Use a template from Google or somewhere just to look at what kind of letters each one represents. You'll need to know this for the next step. Okay, after the next step, you will need this. You'll see when you need it. So I've got these. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to press Control-A on my keyboard so it highlights them all. I'm going to right click on one of them, whichever one, doesn't really matter. And then we'll create a convert to symbol. Now, when I convert to symbol, I need to make sure this is set to graphic. Okay, so the type is set to graphic, and I'm going to give it an appropriate name. So I'm going to call this, obviously it's lip sync, so I'm going to just call it lip and sync. And I'm going to OK that. And then when I've done that, you'll see there's a symbol here and this scene one here. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to create my lip sync. But before I do that, I need to make sure that all these are individual frames. So I'll show you how to do that next. So if you go on edit symbol, you can see it pops up with all the symbols you might have. So at the moment, we've only got one symbol, which is lip sync. When you click on it, it brings up this screen here. Okay. And now what you want to do is start off by creating a blank keyframe. Insert blank keyframe and then take whichever one you want. Again, doesn't matter what order it is in yet. It will matter after this step what order it's in. So I'm just going to take this one to start off with, and I'm going to actually cut it. So Control Next or right click and cut. Right click and cut or Control Next, whichever one you prefer. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to, on my blank keyframe, I'm going to paste it in there. I'm just going to leave it in the middle for now. It doesn't matter where it is for now. And then I'm going to insert a blank keyframe again. Now what I want to do is put the second one on top of here so it matches. So I'm going to turn my onion skinning on so I can see where the other ones are. So you can see the other ones appear. And now I'm going to go back to the first screen. I'm going to get my second one. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to take it to my blank keyframe. I'm going to paste it in over that one, and it's perfect there. So I'm not going to move it. I'm going to go back to the first. Sorry, I'm going to create a blank keyframe. I'm going to do this for every single one. Insert a blank keyframe. Okay, I've got that one there. I'm going to get my next mouthpiece. I'm going to cut it. Like I said, the order doesn't matter at this stage. I'm going to paste it in, and this one's a bit off. So I'm going to make sure that it lines up. There we go. I think that's all right there. Yeah, there or thereabouts. Right click, insert a blank keyframe, back to the first frame again, and get the next piece. Again, like I said, doesn't matter what order you're doing this in. And I've put that on there. That's about center, maybe a bit off. There we go. That's about center. Right click, insert blank keyframe, back to the first one until you've basically done all of them, which give it a minute and it'll be done. It doesn't take long to do. Insert blank keyframe. And the next. And 3 more left. Make sure your positioning is all right because it will make a difference afterwards. Insert blank keyframe again. This. Last one. And you'll notice now they've all gone. The first one's now blank. The first one is now blank. So the first frame is now blank here. Can you see? So I'm just going to remove that frame. I'm going to get rid of it completely. So I'm going to remove the frame. There it is. And that's gone. So now we have. Well, let me turn the onion skinning off first so you can see. We've got. Okay, nothing happens yet. That's just what we've got. Like I said, the order doesn't matter at the moment. Once you've done that, if you go back to your scene, so you can press back there, and it goes back to the scene. Now at this stage, you'll see one pop up. Okay, you'll see one pop up. If you just click on it and go to the object, you will see lip sync in here. Okay, click on the lip sync, and at this stage, you will need to make sure you have got some kind of a template of what mouthpiece represents what letter. Okay, so at this point it matters. When you press lip sync, it'll come up with all of these. So neutral position, that's up to you which one you pick. You can see all the other ones popped up now. All the other ones we put into the object before, into the symbol, sorry, they've all popped up. So you can pick what your neutral position is. My neutral position is just going to be the mouth closed. That's neutral position for me. And then you go by letters. So you've got AH, you've got D, EA, F, L, M, or H, R, S, UH, and Woo. Okay, so A is that one. So, okay, let's find that one. That one is there for me. That's A. Is there a D on here? Okay, there is a D, but there's a D here. We'll decide what to do with that one after. We've got M, B, and P, which is plain. So EA is the next one. Sorry, EA. So E is that one. So that's that one anyway. F is that one. F and V are this one. So I'm going to change that one to that. Okay. L is the one after. So L will be this one. This one. Okay. So L will be that one. Let's have a look. L is that one there. Yep. And we've got M next. M is just a closed mouth. Okay. So M is a closed mouth. There it is. OH. OH. O is that one. So OH is that one. Okay. And then we have left is WR and UQ. Okay, WR and UQ. So the R, there we are, WR, which was, just let me double check that I've got the right one. WR is the mouth open. Okay, that one. W and R is that one. S, some are duplicates, okay? S is mouth, just natural position. like so. UH is, what's UH? U or H is that one again, closed mouth. There's no H, so we just pick that one. It's just a little mouth one, which is the little mouth is there. And last one, WOO or woo, is that one there and that one there. So we pick either one of them two. I'm just going to pick that one, go with the W. Obviously, when you're lip syncing and you think, oh, this is not quite right, you can always change it. Right, we've got one left, which is D. Now, let's try and decide what is the closest letter to D. I would say B and D are close. So I'm just going to use this one for B as well. Okay. So if you obviously use a letter close enough, I'm going to use, which one? That's it. That one. Okay. Obviously I can change it after when I'm lip syncing and stuff, and I'm thinking, oh, you know what, there's too many of closed mouth or open mouth, or something's not quite right. I can go and tinker with these afterwards. For now, I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to press done. I'm done there. Now you're thinking, okay, but there's nothing happened. Yes, nothing's happened yet, because next what you need to do is insert the sound. Okay, so find your sound. Remember, if there's one thing I need to make you aware of is if there's two people talking in your audio clip, it doesn't work quite well because it'll only lip sync one person. You can create another layer and do another lip sync for another person. So you can have two people having a conversation, that's fine, but you'll need to do that in different layers. Okay, but we're just going to keep it simple and do it for one person saying something. So I've already got some sounds downloaded, so I'm going to use the sound I've already downloaded. All I would do is file. Okay, sorry, before I do that, I create a new layer. And I'm going to rename this layer first as well. Remember, good practice to rename the layers. Properties, rename that layer to, I was going to say lips. Okay. So I know what's on that layer, or lip sync, something appropriate. I'm going to add a new layer. I'm going to rename that one, and I'm going to call it sound, because that's when I'm going to import my sound. Okay. So sound. And I'm going to leave, if you've got more than one sound, you might want to call it something more appropriate. What sound is it? It might be a speech or something like that, or it might be a saying or something like that. Name it after the file that you're using. So I'm going to use that layer. I've got it highlighted. At this stage, I'll press File, Import to Stage. Okay, File, Import to Stage. And you can see these sounds are downloaded the other day. And I will pick one, just give me a second. This one was the best one, I think. Okay, I've imported it in, but you can see nothing's happened. So you need to try and find out how long the sound is. I'm just going to predict that this sound is about 7-8 seconds, maybe 9 seconds, about up until here. Okay, but when you press insert keyframe on the sound, you can see, oh no, it's not that long. You can see the sound ends here. That's fine. All you do is you can undo it and go to 105, because that's where the sound lasted till. So frame 105, which is here. Okay, I'm gonna insert till about here. Insert keyframe. You can see the sound ends about here. Okay, now at the same time, what you need to do is insert a keyframe for your lips as well, up until here. Okay, so insert your keyframe lips up until there. And then once you've done that, go back to your lips frame, go to the object, click on lip sync again, and this time you will notice it says sync with, and it'll give you the name of the other layer, which is sound in my case. So that layer there, sound in my case, I've done it. Okay, so I'm going to link it with that. Done, and watch what happens. Keep watching here, this bottom frame here. Watch what it does for you. Can you see? It's putting all the letters for you for the lips. Yeah, you can see that. So let's see in action. Yeah, so that's just an example. Obviously, it's not the best of examples. It's not brilliant, but that's basically how you lip sync. So I'm just going to show you one more test of that in Animate. Okay, so I'm just going to test it here. Yeah, I think that's all right. Yeah. So that's just one example of lip syncing. Obviously, you can do it for whatever sounds you want. You can record your own sounds and do it, but I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, that's it for now. Obviously, as we move on, I will show you more techniques. But for the time being, this is all you will need. So yeah, if you follow them steps, thank you.